My name is Miriam Omonibe, and this is my story. We were both students at the university. For him, it was love at first sight. And for me, I was not ready for anything. And I said, no, we are not going to start a relationship now. But for him, he was so much in love that he kept on coming every day. So we started courting for 2 years before we got married. I later on just had to learn to stay with this man as a friend. And later on, I learned to be with him as a boyfriend. Then later on, I accepted him as a fiancé. And when I said yes, I was not in love yet. The two of us, we used to speak one thing. We say, your first relationship in marriage is the only one that really matters. So we used to say, yeah, this relationship we have to treasure because for you it's the first marriage. And for me it's the first, it has to be the last one. So we shall never go through divorce. Proposing, he just came straight. He did not even hit around the bush. He just said, I want you to be my wife. Then I used to run away from him and saying, who is this madman that is now telling me I'm not even ready to be married? When you are a woman and somebody tells you such a thing, in as much as you are not in love, when you go to your bed as you sleep, you meditate on it and you think about it and say, could it be true? You start feeling like, okay, let me give it a try. We got married in Cuba, and a month later, we came to Namibia. So when we came to Namibia, things started to change. He came from Kavango, I came from Vamboland, and during those years, it was not really acceptable. Tribalism was very strong in Namibia. So people started to say, why are you married to a Vambo? Why not one of your own? And I think he bought into the story. I just saw him changing. When he comes from work, he doesn't eat what I cook anymore. When he's in the house, he locks the house. So it was so horrible. And I was far away in Kavango. I had no one else to turn to. I can only turn to alcohol. And later on, I saw him coming with a girl. He told me it was a cousin. So I prepare a meal. I give him to eat with the cousin. Life was no longer good. I was ignored by my in-laws. And I do not understand why. Until one day, something happened that really shocked me. I told him, let's go to visit my parents, and he said no. Then I said, okay, I'm going. When I left the house, I did not find any lift. So I came back in the afternoon. He was not home. So I do not know where he is. Okay, let's go and buy something to drink. Let's go for a drink. We were walking and I saw him coming with the same cousin that I have been cooking to eat with. And I saw him first. When I saw him first, he did not see me. I kept on walking towards him. Then he saw me. He tried to hide behind a pole. That is when my eyes were opened. Because if this is the person who has been in our house for a long time, why do you have to hide? And if you are walking hand in hand with her, what is wrong? She's your cousin. Not knowing this has been the person that whenever I'm not home, she was always in my bedroom. So that day I went for a drink and I drank so much that I really lost it. I did not know what to do. I was so frustrated, but I have vowed in my life never to fight for a man. But I decided, I said, no, this is not going to be like this. It's not going to end here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this girl. So I took a razor and I was walking around with that razor, trying to find the girl so that I can cut her vein. That was my plan. But I thank God he protected me because I never met her. I stayed for another 2 months, and one day I just realized that things were not right. I went to the hospital. They told me I was pregnant. My husband was no longer talking to me. We were no longer in the same room. From that day, things now changed completely. So one day, I came to the room and I was sleeping like putting my hands like this on my tummy. And he just came in and said, "Hey, you are sleeping like that, you are killing the baby." He knows I'm pregnant because I wrote a piece of paper. He doesn't talk to me. I put it on a table for him to see it. He knew I was pregnant. So he just said, "Why are you sleeping like that? You are going to kill the baby. You want to kill the baby because you know it's not my child or what?" So he started to abuse me verbally, and then I sat up. When I sat down, he just slapped me. Bah! It was so painful. I saw stars. So I jumped and we started fighting.